bottle of Fiji water. Probably can't drink this whole thing. Nope, definitely can't, but it's natural spring water, so I'm just gonna pour it right in one of my fish tanks here. Perfect, now I've got a nice little container that I can use. So recently I bought a BETTA for my fish room. So for those of you that don't know, I've got a lot of fish tanks. I've got about 29 tanks and about 23 down here in this room. Everything from Oscar cichlids to African cichlids to mud skippers, etc., etc. But anyway, I do keep a few BETTAs. I have one in my office upstairs that is in a kind of a fun tank, and then I keep them down here as well, kind of for fun. So when I bought the BETTA, it came in this little container here, and a lot of you have seen these little containers. You kind of see them stacked up in the store, and sometimes like the water's blue because they put some medication in there. And people think, yeah, that's great. I can just take a BETTA and put it in any kind of small vase or container, put it on my desk, and I've got a live fish on my desk. So what I thought I would do was do the same thing with kind of a cool Fiji water bottle. So I went to the local store, grabbed a Fiji bottle, tried to drink the water, but it was just too much, so I dumped it in my African cichlid tank. And then I put the BETTA in there. So now we have a cute little home for a BETTA. And this is basically a pint is 500 milliliters, so you know the BETTA is pretty comfortable in there. It's about twice the amount of water volume as that little cup, and I can just open the top, sprinkle some food in there, and it's good to go, right? Alright, so I can't even keep a straight face while I am making this video because obviously that is 100% wrong, and I'm just trying to sensationalize the whole thing. Not really clickbait, but I do want to talk about BETTAs. I know I'm not a BETTA expert. There are so many other people out there that know a whole lot more about BETTAs, and I'll put some links down below to some channels that I happen to watch when I need information on BETTAs. But I just wanted to highlight the fact, because this channel does get a lot of traction and a lot of views, I did want to highlight the fact that a BETTA should not be kept in a small little vase or a plastic container or a water bottle. Now if you were going to get a water bottle for your BETTA fish, you're going to want a water bottle like this. This is a 5-gallon jug, right? So it's quite large. This thing would not fit on your desk. It's huge. It could, you know, I guess you could kind of turn this into a kind of a BETTA aquarium if you were able to maybe, you know, put a heater in there and drop an air stone in there and put some plants in there and put a little light on top. Something like that I guess could work. But besides something that's this big, you cannot keep your BETTA in a water bottle or anything small. Now, if you are a BETTA breeder, if you are kind of an expert at BETTAs and BETTA keeping, and you have maybe a rack system, or if you do high volume of water changes, so not your everyday average person that's gonna buy a BETTA for fun for their office, but someone who's really serious about BETTAs, then you can keep them in a lot smaller of a container. You can keep them in maybe even like a container, maybe like 2 or 3 times this size, so like kind of like a little gallon jug. I've seen a lot of quality BETTA breeders do that before, and what they do is they'll just have them all lined up in these 1-gallon jugs, and then they do water changes like every day or every other day or whatever it is. They're testing the water. They know exactly, you know, the right pH levels and everything. They're adding tannins to the water. Some of them have like automatic drip systems and automatic water change systems. So for those extreme cases, if you are an expert, then yes, you can keep a BETTA in a small container. But for the everyday person that's going to keep a BETTA as a pet, no, you don't want to keep it in a small little container. You want to have it in a, you know, smaller aquarium. It can be like maybe a 4 or 5 gallon aquarium with some plants and, you know, things like that, lots of surface area. You want to have a heater in there. So again, this is just not like I'm not a BETTA expert. I'm not going to tell you everything that you need to know about BETTA care, but there are some links down below that I will share. But I just wanted to highlight the fact, because I do see people think, still to this day, when I go to the pet store and I see people buy a little BETTA and they get like a little glass vase that's basically like a super tiny fish bowl, and they think that they can put the BETTA in there. Those people should not be putting BETTAs in those small glass containers or plastic containers, you really should have a quality home for your betta. So I like to keep mine in basically 5 gallons or larger. I do have one in an 88 tank in my office. It's like 4.5 gallons or something like that. I'm not quite sure because it's in liters, but it's a planted tank and it's the only fish in there and it's doing very well. There's a heater in there, there's a sponge filter. The other bettas that I keep down here in my fish room, I keep them in 10-gallon tanks, and I use them to help keep my biological filters cycled for when that 10-gallon tank is empty. So I can take a betta, put it in a 10-gallon aquarium, and then I can have, you know, multiple bettas in multiple aquariums. That way I always have a filter cycled, and then when I need to put fish in there, then I can move the bettas around and put them in dividers and things like that. But anyway, just wanted to make this quick little video. I thought it was funny with the whole water bottle thing. For those of you that are concerned, this is not Fiji water in here. It's not the artesian spring water. It's not cold. I basically just dunked this whole empty bottle in the 10-gallon aquarium that the betta is in, and was able to get it to go right in the hole because it kind of created like a little suction thing, and betta's unharmed, it's fine. The hole's plenty big enough, and he's gonna go right back into his 10-gallon tank right now. So he's gonna spend all of maybe 6 minutes in this bottle between the filming of this video and me just taking a picture for the thumbnail. So anyway, I'm expecting a ton of thumbs down on this video because of the clickbaitiness of it. But anyway, I thought I would have a little fun. It's a new year, what the heck. So anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share it, all that good stuff. Comment down below. If you keep a betta, what do you keep your betta in? Hopefully something much, much larger than this, and something more along the lines, whoa, of this guy, or, you know, a real fish tank. So anyway, catch you on the next one.